Chapter 16 of Puss in Boots Jr. in Fairyland. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Puss in Boots Jr. in Fairyland by David Cory. The Neat Little Clock. One fine morning, as Puss Jr. and Goosey Gander, who had carried him through the air for many miles, alighted near a little red schoolhouse, they heard the teacher say, "There's a neat little clock in the schoolroom it stands, and it points to the time with its two little hands. And if any scholar is found in disgrace, this dear little clock with its hands hides its face." And just then the teacher looked up and saw little Puss Jr. and Goosey Gander at the door. So the teacher stepped away from the platform and walked down the aisle in the center of the schoolroom. "How do you do?" he said, but he didn't ask them in. And I'll tell you the reason. He was the same teacher who taught the school that Mary went to. And of course you know what happened when she took her lamb to school. "I cannot ask you in, my friends," he said, "for I'm afraid it will make the children laugh and play, and they must study hard today, for school days will be over soon, a few weeks off, the 1st of June. And then one of the boys began to sing, "Here's a pussy cat and a goose. I'll study no more, for what's the use? If cats and geese are coming to school, I'll have fun and break every rule." And he jumped up and threw his spelling book at another boy and hit him on the ear. And oh, dear me, there was a terrible time in the schoolroom for the next few minutes. The teacher ran back and took hold of that boy and shook him by the collar, and some of the little girls screamed, and the little clock stopped ticking right away and covered its face with its hands. I suppose it couldn't bear to see such a dreadful sight. And then it began to strike 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it wouldn't stop. Louder and louder it struck the time until the children became so frightened that they sat perfectly still. They didn't dare whisper, and when it was all quiet again, the little clock stopped and turned its hands back to the right time and began to tick away as peacefully as ever. Then little Puss Jr. and Goosey Gander slipped away unnoticed, for they were afraid to make a noise lest the children should laugh. End of Chapter 16.